All right, so I'm going to talk about HTML tags here for web publishing. And there are 4 different types of tags that you need to be concerned with. There's probably only one that you'll use on a regular basis, but we'll start with all of them, and we'll just give you the overview. So I'm here on the W3 Schools page for links, HTML links. It talks about the syntax. Few things that I want to keep in mind here is the definition here is a tag. So we're going to actually use an anchor tag. This is the A tag. And so we start with an anchor tag, and then we give it an attribute. And so an attribute means that it's just this extra information about the tag that we're going to give it. And so in this case, we're giving it an href, and it equals, and then quotes, URL, and then close quote, and then close the tag, close the tag, and then we close the element. So this whole thing here is referred to as an element. So we've got an open tag, some link text, and a closing tag. So when we say URL, it could be a complete URL. So it can be, I call this a global or an attribute link, or a global or a absolute link, sorry. And so this is actually what you would type into your browser, and you would just navigate directly there. Well, generally, if you're on a web page on your site, you can actually link to a local file or a local relative link. And so that's what we do here is that we can say, look, just give me the file name. So if I have a file structure where I have an index file, and then right in the same folder, there's another file called About Me, you can link directly to that About Me. And actually, I'm going to just hop over here to the screen and just show a little bit more about that. So again, so I've got my HTML folder here. We'll call this my public underscore HTML. And then inside that folder, I may have another folder called CST 251. And so this is going to be maybe my site or my folder that holds my site for CST 251. And then I'm going to have an index page. So I've got my index page, and inside the index page, I want to link to About Me. And so in the index page, it's simple. You just say anchor href equals quote about me dot html, close quote, close the tag, type the word link or some other thing about me, whatever, and then we close the tag. And so what we've done here is a local link. It's relative to this document. So I don't have to go out, clear out to the internet and come back. It just links direct. This is the vast majority of what you'll be doing. You'll be linking to files inside of files. What's important to keep in mind here is a couple of things. So I may have another file or another web page inside my public HTML folder. So I might have, let me erase this. I might have inside here, let's see, so these are all inside that folder. So if I come down and say, look, if I have another file inside my public HTML called bio.html, and I want to link to it from this index page, I've actually got to go up a level in my folder structure. So I've got to go outside of this CST251 folder and drop into the bio.html document. To do that, your link is going to look like this. So it's going to be a href, just to see that, okay, yep, equals quote // which means go up a directory, then grab the bio.html document and then link and the rest of it. But this // thing here is what's important. If you're telling it to go up a directory. Same thing applies to inside, you're drilling into another directory. So again, if you're drilling into a directory that has maybe your images in there, or maybe you're just a really organized person and you have a folder here that says, I'm going to get rid of this bio file as well. I could have a folder here called just other stuff. So it's a folder. And inside that folder, I have a file called Mary.html. So if I want to link to it from this index file and drill into the Mary folder, there's a folder in the way. So I can't just type a equals or a source equals Mary.html because that file is not in the same directory. So I've got to drill into this other stuff folder. So what's going to happen is it's going to look like this. It's going to go a again, source, href, equals, quote, other stuff, which is the name of the folder, and then we drill it, then we grab, once we've drilled in, we grab Mary. .html. And then close it, and then put the link, and then close the tag. So we have to have the name of the folder. This means inside that folder, right? So this means a directory listing, and or a new directory. So if I were to actually type this in my browser, I would say, okay, my website .com / and the / gets me inside this public HTML folder. And then I go, okay, well, I want to drill into the CST251 folder, CST251 / and then I can grab the index file, I can grab the about me file, or I can even drill into the other stuff folder. But every time you have a / here, it means you're drilling into another folder. So as you start to see this folder structure, you'll start to get this in your mind visually of, oh, I've got a folder inside there, I've got to have a /, right? So then I have other stuff, and that will take me in here. So this is what you're going to type in your browser to get there. You can also put this in your link as a global link, like I showed earlier, but you don't need to do that because you're all working locally here. The cool thing here is we can take this whole website, bundle it up, put it on a new site. So it's mynewsite.com. And all the rest of this stuff works because the folder structure is all the same and you're all making your links relative to where you are. So there's one more. The next one is the last, and I guess I can still use this same example. Let's see how we can erase this. There we go. What we're going to do is we're going to use what's called a base relative link. Base relative link is kind of obscure, and frankly, I never really learned it until I started teaching this class. But it is functional, and it is something to know. And then I'll give you the last bonus one, which is a bookmark, or using the anchor tag as well. Okay, so we are here we go. Back to our regular site. So if I have Mary.html and I want to link to index, what I can do is I can say a base relative link. I can put a base relative link in here, and I can say anchor tag, and then href again, and then / at the beginning means start at the beginning of your website, which is right here, and then go into CST251 and open the index page. Now listen, this page, this link will work anywhere on your site. You could actually put this link in this page, in this page, in this page. There's no relative going in and out of directories, jumping from one directory to another. It always starts at the base right here and drills in. So this is kind of an easy way to create links. However, if you move something out of this file, so for example, back up to the public HTML, well, you've changed its position on the website, and this is all broken now. So as long as you don't move anything, you're okay. So just something to keep in mind. So that's base relative. The last one is an anchor tag, and actually I'm going to show you on W3 Schools here. I'll switch back to my share. And if we come back to the bookmark concept, let's see here. HTML links create a bookmark. This is a great way to jump within a page. So if you're jumping from one part of a really long page to another, you can actually do this by creating a bookmark. And so what I can do here is, you notice that I've got an ID of C4 and chapter 4, and then I can say hashtag C4 as my href, and it will jump to that point in the document. So I can also jump to another page with that in the document. So the cool thing is that you can actually link to a heading way down on the page. You have a whole long website or web page, and down, 40 or 50 paragraphs down, you want to just show that content. You can do that by adding the hashtag C4 to jump to that ID. So you would jump to this document here. And so if I go to the example, what I can do is jump to chapter 4. Boom, it automatically scrolls the page, and it's so quick you can't even see it. It jumps to that point of the page where you can jump to that. And again, I can type in this web page, if I were to publish this on a website, and then add hashtag C4, and it would open this page and jump to that point. Okay, well, try it yourself. Your assignment here is to create a web page. Let's see what my assignment here says. You're going to create 3 links. You're going to create an HTML document called links.html. You're going to put it in your, let's see here. You're going to put it in your portfolio page. I'm sorry, in your projects folder. You're going to put it in your projects folder. And then you're going to link to your portfolio index, which should be in your CST folder, so that it'll go up one link. So it'll look something like //index. And then you're going to create a absolute link to your expertise page in your bio. So you're going to create a bio, or I'm sorry, create an expertise page in your portfolio. And then the last one will be a link to your favorite website. Now that's going to be an absolute link because that website does not live on your server, right? So you have to type in the whole HTTP : the whole document. So that's how it knows. And you do have to have the HTTP at the beginning. It has to know, oh, I'm actually going to another web page and we're clicking off. So that's the 3 links here. The documents will be, this will be listed with the video, and so you'll be able to read this and make it. If you have questions, please feel free to contact me, and we will see you in class.